Today here we got the LG V20 and I'm going to start on the review. So first order of business is the sound quality. This phone has amazing sound quality. The B&O Play, oh my gosh, the quad DAC, the headphones that came with it, they're just superb. Like the quality coming out of them is amazing. And not only that, but the recording quality is second to none. Like, it's absolutely amazing. I have noticed that if you turn the hi-fi DAC off, there's a little bit of hiss in the background. So it's better to leave it on at all times. This is a pretty industrially designed phone. There's not really much prettiness going on here, should I say. It's like your typical user phone. It's an audio video phone. It's built for the purest of the pure, the people who want the most and the best of the best out of their phone. Now, I have noticed a few bad things about this phone. You get some serious light bleed in the top left-hand corner of the screen, and the bottom two corners have a little bit of light bleed going on. It's a little less noticeable down there than it is on the top, and it's kind of sad that LG decided to go without the app drawer right out of the box. That's something I'm not liking about this, but you can change that. There, you can download the LG UX 4.0 off of LG Smart World, so that's a bonus that they did for us. Now, another thing is, we all know this, the LG user interface is kind of cartoonish. So if you're not really one for that, then you can just go download another launcher. I suggest Nova Launcher or Microsoft Aero Launcher. Those are two of the best. Um, Another thing that I noticed, this does have Android 7.0 Nougat on it, but it does not come with Google Assistant. You would think that that would automatically be on here. I mean, my S7 Edge already has Google Assistant on it. Why wouldn't this? This was the first phone ever to ship with Android 7.0 Nougat. So you would think it would be there, it would be fresh, and we'd all have that Google Assistant on there, but it's not on there. Also, another thing, another downside about this phone is the large camera hump. The camera hump on this thing is huge. So I don't know if you can see that there, but the camera hump is absolutely massive. Which, I mean, where it's long like that, you're not really getting the rock on the table like you normally would when you're typing, but that's all right. And another thing I notice is every once in a while, the user interface lags a little bit. So, I mean, it's hard to catch when it does, but I'll try and post up a video where I caught it lagging, but it's not very often, but it's enough to mention. So now that I've got through the bad things I've noticed about this phone, some good things is this top ticker screen is awesome. I absolutely love this thing. I mean, it's kind of like the Edge on the Note Edge. It's got the same kind of similar functionality to it. And another thing that I'm liking about this is the fact that you can change the whole look and color of it. Out of the box, it's the typical white and blue LG style interface, right? But I was able to download the high contrast theme and it changed it over to black and orange, which I like a lot. That's available on the LG Smart World for free, so that's a good thing. And something else that's really awesome about this is the Ultra HD recording. You can't beat the recording on this phone. Like, it's second to none, especially that wide angle camera. Now, I know there's been some fisheye problems, blah blah blah, right? That's just something you got to deal with when you're using a wide angle camera. So, another thing is the fast charging. The fast charging is wicked on this phone. I can get a full charge in about an hour and 15 minutes. In a half an hour, I can go from 0 to 50%. So you know, you don't really notice it charging because it does it so quickly. And the battery life on this is pretty wicked. Yesterday I got around 6 hours of screen on time and I still had 30% battery left. But I'm not a super heavy user. I'm just doing the YouTube and the Gmail and the Instagram, so I'm not using the crap out of my phone all the time. But I mean, user experience and battery life depends on the person, right? So another thing I'd like to note is the 1440 by 2560 display. That's awesome. Like, it's so clear. You'd be hard pressed to find a pixel. You'd never see it with the human eye. So it has a pixel density of 512, which is amazing. And this is running on a Snapdragon 820 2.15 gigahertz chip, 14 nanometer process. So that's a good chip, but it's not cutting edge for 2017. We got the 821 out. The Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus are coming out with the Snapdragon 835. And I ran some benchmarks, and this processor actually killed my Galaxy S7 Edge on the compute score. But as far as the CPU score, the S7 Edge with the Exynos processor beat it no problem. So that's one thing to note. But the Adreno 530 on this phone, that's a wicked graphics processor. It's running at 624 megahertz. You'll never see lag out of that. What else do we gotta go over here? The removable battery. Now this is something you're not seeing on flagships anymore. This is pretty much gone to the wayside. This removable battery is wicked. You got room for 2 SIM cards, your removable battery, you can put a little micro SD card in there, and the lock mechanism for this back panel is pretty sweet. So if you see, there's 4 locking mechanisms on there, and it works really well. It's very sturdy. So that's something to note. In this back panel, it's got your antenna built right into it for your cell reception, so that's pretty sweet. And it's very solid. It's got that typical metal feel to it, so that's nice. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. The top ticker panel, that's probably my favorite part about this whole phone, next to the amazing sound quality and the video quality, the graphics quality, cameras. I mean, there's not too many complaints about this phone. I had a few, like when you go into YouTube here, you can definitely really see that light bleed up top there. It's not coming through the camera too well, and there's a little bit down in the bottom corners, but it's kind of hard to see. So thanks for watching, and I'll have another video up soon. Please like and subscribe.